Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I am Banjo back for some more Legal Ads season number 16 action. For being technical, I've already lied to the viewers once, and I quote, I'm not doing draft though. I'll just start the stream and have it muted until like pick 18. It is merely pick 16. I'm already talking, so I've already betrayed the viewers once. Yeah, I'm picking up a relatively last minute cast tonight between Royal Star and Team Pooz. Of course, Team Pooz, they have at least one stand-in tonight. They have Patience standing in for Gregory Dotes, aka Mr. Brightside. And I believe that is I believe that actually is their normal player Ned. But if it's not, they may have another stand-in. We shall see.
What can you do?
Let me go check and see what his name is right now on Steam. I don't have him added clearly, but let's go over to Team Pooz on the spreadsheet. See what Team Pooz has to say over there. They already renamed themselves. They have not. What is okay? So that is indeed Nexty Ned, aka the actual Team Pooz player. Signed up as or tagged up as Pierrot.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
We do have some heroes, some picks, and some bans though. Before we go into the very quick picks and bans analysis, I do want to go over where these two teams are in the standings. Both these teams are what's the right word? They're sputtering and sputtering so far this season. Team Pooz, Royal Star, both right now on the outside, looking in regarding the playoff picture. Team Pooz 4-8, Royal Star 3-7. Assuming the spreadsheet is up to date, which it honestly might not be. So it's not the. That's actually kind of my bad, but I'm just going to assume that it is indeed up to date. Luckily, we stalled long enough. We can go over to pick some bands. Bands: Omni Knight, Doombringer, Brewmaster, Sand King, Beastmaster, Lena, Windrunner, Mirana, Ember, Centaur, Jakiro, Brood, Mother.
5 seconds remaining.
It's mixing up of the phases there, but you know I could look at the screen, see what's on the ban list. 8 pick the certainly meta dominant Tusk, response to the 9 Marcy. 13 pick the Void Spirit. 14-15 Visage Tree. 16-17 the Luna Snapfire. And we have an 18 Puck. We're now over on the last ban phase of the nights. Furion, the penultimate ban. We're now waiting on the ultimate ban, that being the Team Pooz ban.
10 seconds remaining.
What it'll be, we shall see. Likely some kind of Hobbs offlane hero.
5 seconds remaining.
Perhaps some kind of green hero. Maybe, I guess kind of Tidar's kind of bad right now. Not a great lane to Luna either, so not Tide. It's hard to tell. I feel like a lot of these Hobbs heroes are already banned out that you'd want to ban out. And the other Hobbs heroes are not that good right now. Maybe I'm just missing a key hero here, but it'll be the Darks here. And the response will be that Morphling. So 23 pick Morphling in the safe lane for Fatal. Which will give us a carry Morphling middle lane Puck. Filsky Visage. And a 4-5 duo between Ka and Patience being the Tusk Tree. I believe both players played both heroes, but I would highly expect it to be a Ka Tusk and a Patience Tree. On the Radiant side, it seems about as obvious role-wise as well. We are looking at an offlane hero, assuming it's not the Hobbs, Snapfire, or Marcy, which I'm sure both are possible. Particularly Snapfire, not a very hard hero to play, but I think we're going to take more of a Hobbs hero, particularly given you have the counter pick in this case. Now, what Morphling counterpick you would want, I have no idea, but it is possible. The counterpick is there. You don't have much time to figure it out, but it would be Timbersaw. Not the perfect Morphling lane counter, but overall in the game, certainly a good Timbersaw game. And not the easiest hero to kill with the Dire Heroes. Eventually, once you have a kitted out late game Morphling Puck sort of duo, any of the means of dealing with the Timbersaw, but on the offensive end, it's very hard to deal with a defensive Timbersaw This hero is going to be... what's the right word here? Maybe a bulwark? In that you just kind of stand there and you're this big-ass wall and you're just kind of hard to remove from the video game. And that's my best analysis of that one. Okay, maybe at the very earliest of the game, you can potentially overload the Timbersaw lane with 3 heroes, get a kill early on, and then try to hinder the Timbersaw game, but it's just not a hero you can really easily do that to. Maybe in a world where you're laying this Visage into Timbersaw, you have a better means of doing that, but this Morphling tree lane, not going to be a great time. I have played a lot of tree versus Timbersaw in my life. It's definitely not a fun time either. As it would kind of lore-wise make sense, this tree hero does not do that well with a Timbersaw hero. As a melee strength support in particular, you really have a lot of durability issues into Timbersaw. Morphling a little bit less of a problem, considering you're able to somewhat outrange the Timbersaw and somewhat walk away from the Whirling Death, but you don't have the longest attack range either, so you could just tank Whirling Deaths if the Timbersaw player outreads you a bit. Especially even you have a stand-in in the safe lane as well. You have Patience in that Gregory Dotes, one of the best 5 players in the league at that. This could be a bit of an issue for the dire side safe lane. But we're going to have to see how the video game goes, of course. If you are just joining us, you are in the right place. Of course, we are here for game number 2, game melee between Team Pooz and Royal Star. We are flying solo for game 1. It actually was a bit of a last-minute cast pickup. So the series started at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I was not even considering casting until 9:23. When Darth Pikachu was in the Discord saying, let me get the exact quote so I can get the exact quote for the people. I don't want to... Oh, wait, I should probably hold that anecdote, because we're already fighting, perhaps. Yeah, and I quote, Darth Pikachu, 9:22 p.m. Someone cast their series in 10 mins. I say at 9:23, and at 9:28 I say I'll cast. I only decided to lock it in 2 minutes before the cast started, so... I didn't even try to find a co-commentator. Apparently I will have Andy Bendy for game 2, but that'll happen when it happens. We'll fly solo. We're seeing a little bit of stuff on the minimap. I believe that's a tic-tac-toe going on right now, if that's correct. Between, what is that? Patience and Fatal.
What can you do?
And now he's putting Skibbity on the minimap. Not quite sure if they're trying to type to me here with these messages or what, but certainly is a lot of messaging in the chat. Speaking of messaging in the all chat, a GLHF, and I quote from DKMP, except Hobbs. Notice, DKMP on the Radiant team, Hobbs also on the Radiant team, but sometimes when you're in a... I know they're joking. This is a joke between the two, but... Sometimes you have a losing team, this is what happens to your team environments. But it's not a joke then for them. I mean, I probably had more fun on my losing team than I did on my winning team, so... Me losing in lads is fun. Good dispose of bottom lane. Filski takes a ton of damage. That's a first blood going to Madior on the Luna. Filski overstepping into a bit of a dispose in the tower range, and Yami 116 and Madior well and ready to punish one of the best offlaners in Lance history, so... Big heads up first blood there, especially against a hero like Visage, who really enjoys being ahead in the lane. Loves to sort of get the ball rolling, to run the train at that minute 5, minute 10 sort of area, and well, dying first blood, not a great way to do that. Speaking of offlaners, Tail of 2 offlaners right now, Hobbs having a great time just doing some whirling death damage. That's before you have level 2 on the Timbersaw. The play of this game apparently is the Shredder facet. I've seen a bit of both from Timbersaw players, but this is very offensively oriented one as far as I know. Not that I'm a least I say an early game offensively oriented Timbersoft asset, and that you have a bit more ability to timber chain in and cause some chaos early on in the lane. And this mid lane, Void Spirit Puck. Bit of a skill-based matchup, but there's no doubt that it is a Void Spirit favored lane, and not only is it a Void Spirit favored lane, you have perhaps the best Void Spirit in Lads in DKMP playing it. Top lane, tree goes down. I've missed the kill. I did mention, though, that it was not a fun lane for the tree. I guess if you're dead, you're not having fun. But yeah, it is, again. It's certainly a skill-based matchup to an extent, but on paper, with two equally skilled mid laners, two equally familiar players in the matchup, it's going to be a Void Spirit favored lane, and given you have legendary DKMP Void Spirit in the lobby, one would expect him to win this lane. Though again, Ned is getting some cool denies. He's playing the lane to the best of his ability, and now I turn it into an acceptable lane for the puck. Ooh, Marcy wins the clicking battle. Ka could've... Never mind, he didn't have Snowball yet. It's 1-0-1. Thought Ka level 3 for a second, but he is not. At the very least, he does have Drinking Bloody skilled on the Tusk. It's a good thing. I remember last Tusk game I commentated, he did not go Drinking Buddies until level 10, and my commentators with me, bottom lane, Mattior is in a lot of danger, but... And my co-commentators were not very happy. Big kill for Filsky with the Soul Assumption. My co-commentators Rojo and Jim were not very happy that the Tusk did not scale Drinking Buddies into level 10, so Filsky... Already has 2 points and has 2 more points at level 3 than the other Tusk had at level 9, so... Suppose there's a different video game going on tonight. Perhaps the more seasoned Tusk player. Through the Twin Gate goes Patience. In the top lane, meanwhile, Morphling is in a little bit of danger. Bottom lane, once again, Filsky gets stunned with the neutral Centaur creep. In comes Patience from the Twin Gate with a blood grenade. Filsky is low, and Mattior should go down first. Soul Assumption hits. The Luna is dead. They'll move to Marcy, who has spells on cooldown. She can attempt to go for the Fairy Fire play. Filsky has Soul Assumption still, but does not use it. Instead, it's a disconnection from Ned. Not quite sure what went on there.
Look and listen and learn.
We are all chatting with Mattior, and I quote, nice rotation, Patience. I do believe Patience and Mattior have played together in the past. Maybe that was season 15, maybe that was season 14. Actually, it couldn't be 15, because 15 was Blue Shirt, Patience on Blue Shirt. Let's see 14. Let's go to Royal Star season... No, it wasn't. Didn't they play... Didn't Mattior and Patience play at some points? Maybe it was Lads Plus they played together on? I swear these two players played together at some point, but... Maybe not. Maybe it was like a Lads Plus sort of event. I swear these two have some history. This isn't just, you know, blind all-chat flame or something.
Boiling rage.
I can't find the season they played together. I'm assuming it's a Lads Plus situation. That's my best guess.
I just woke up. Leave me alone.
I guess I could message Mattior on Steam or Discord. Like, let me go message Mattior. Let me go. Where's Mattior? Mattior. Okay, so let's I've messaged Mattior, trying to get the scouting reports on the scouting report there on I'm pretty confident I know the answer. I don't know why I'm even asking, but you know, it's better to ask than not to ask, considering a pause time. That's not what you can really do when you're when your game is paused and you're commentating solo. Back to our good friend, the Twin Gate Ghost Patience. Back to rejoin the Morphling. Ooh, good double stack, perhaps. Oh? Oh, what can you do? The creeps blocked each other there. That's just bad RNG, I think, on that one. Perhaps bad timing, but I'm gonna blame it on bad RNG, on creep behavior. Even if it's not even true, I'm gonna blame it on that anyways. I'm allowed to, therefore I will. There's nobody to stop me from making incorrect statements right now. Speaking of rotations, bottom lane, now it will be Radiant overloading the lane with 3. Snapfire and Marcy move towards the Tusk. Tusk will dodge the rebound stun. There's no mana for Dispose. Therefore, there will not be a kill. Ka actually walks back in. He's that confident he won't die. He's right, by the way. Unfortunate, that courier almost gave vision on this high ground. So notice, there's a dire ward under a Radiant Sentry ward, but the courier almost went onto the high ground there. Instead, it didn't. So that D ward simply did not happen. Instead, mid lane, we have a shield rune going to DKMP, winning the clicking war. There were Patience and Ned there, looking to secure the rune. Top lane, Morphling is dead. I feel like that probably shouldn't happen. But back to mid lane. I've missed 2 kills. I have missed 2 kills. There have been 5 kills so far. This happens when I solo cast sometimes. Swear it's not this bad when I have people with me. Usually. Wait, what? Wait, so it went further away? Could you do that with Chakram? Not important. Coil top lane against Timbersaw. Timbersaw is tanking some damage. We're currently placing the 1v3. Wait for him forward by Fatalness. Hobbs. Then going down to the orb from Ned. Meanwhile, bottom lane, DKMP rotates in to bring down Filsky. And both offlaners will perish. Both to rotations by the enemy team's middle laners. A bit of a mirror move there. Meanwhile, over at the Wisdom Rune, there will again be a bit of a mirror move for supports. Both grab at Patience, trying to snipe it. There's not too much you can do in that situation as a Treant Protector. I've been there a lot. Cookie misses. Patience will attempt to juke things out in the trees, and well, being a tree, he is in his elements. Radiant even scan. They want to kill the tree, but he will not be felled. He will not make a noise in the woods when he falls today, because he's simply not falling. Yep.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top lane. Hobbs nearly kills Fatal, by the way. Fatal will actually morph strength a little bit for the wand usage. But now, with the wand on cooldown, Hobbs once again goes forward. TP comes in from Ned into a coil. They'll play 4 to bring down the Timbersaw, and it will succeed as Fatal morphs into a Timbersaw. Turns out Whirling Death very good in the Timbersaw, so the Timbersaw down. Despite the 2 deaths, though, Hobbs is still #1 in the net worth with a 2-2-0 scoreline. Looking at the overall core net worth, it is very even right now. Speaking of cores, though, Mattior gets gone on. He'll pop the Eclipse. Patience is already dead, and now Cod dies as well. Great TP reactions by Royal Star. Terma could have been a carry feeding into 2 counter kills. Both supports on the dire side have simply crumbled under the weight of these Radiant side heroes. Perhaps we're not even done yet. DKMP is invis. Never mind. He'll pop the remaining 2 charges in the bottle to again grab the bounty rune and head back to the middle lane. So nothing too wild and crazy there. Yeah, it is still relatively even net worth across the board right now. Nobody's really too far ahead, too far behind. And the biggest gap, again, is Puck versus Void Spirit, where you have the sort of nearly 1k gap between the Radiant Void Spirit of DKMP and the dire Puck of Ned, but yeah, I've seen way bigger gaps in this at minute 10. This is a relatively even situation parity-wise, net worth-wise, so yeah. We are seeing a bit of a siege in the bottom lane. Both teams glyph. might be a trade of towers before the siege unit even arrives, which makes things interesting game dynamics wise. If you bring this tower right here before, you know, the siege unit arrives, you can perhaps rendezvous to the middle lane, put some pressure on this tower, and yeah, both teams have that option. It will be a trade of the towers. So both teams already have the siege unit coming. There could be pressure in either direction or both directions. Now the Radiant overload the top lane area. They will perhaps look to dislodge the Morphling. Morphling preemptively moves to the bottom side, dire side, tier 2 tower. Saying, you know what? I have a pretty good idea that might be going into my grill. Go up there to tickle me a little bit. You know what? I'm not going to be there. Not going to be here. Not going to be here. I'm just going to disengage. I'll let my team play there. They're a little more able to perhaps not die. Puck, of course, is a puck. Oh no. Oh wait, the courier's 3 HP! What? How's that 3 HP? Wait. How did the courier not die there? So it has a 209 HP remaining. What's the rules on that? Shouldn't it be dead right now? Is it based on level? Number HP is based on level now? When did they do that? When actually did they do that? So apparently it was 7 damage from the Tree Protector, which is not the one-shot that courier. Not sure when the rule changed on that one. Maybe I just didn't read a patch or two, but... suppose that is what happens sometimes when you A, stop playing Dota to be a commentator, and then B, stop you from following Dota patches. Yep, we're farming. We're farming across the map on everybody. There's a 2-man smoke from DKMP and Yami116. The White Spirit Marcia duo head middle lane. Ka is on the defense. Radiant have this deep ward up right now. Look at this vision. They see a lot of Ka. Problem is, they don't see more. Now they end up seeing the Puck. Puck, though, will not die. It gives a little bit of an idea that Ka actually is alone. But again, you don't see Puck any longer. You don't see Morphling, Tree, or Visage. Hypothetically, somebody could be here. Now see Puck. All the smoke, I think the smoke had to have been seen there. If they're paying attention, they would have seen that smoke. Here's a 2-man smoke from the dire side. Tusk and Puck. The coil is ready. Looking at dire vision, they see a lot of split heroes. They know it's a great time to go in for a kill. Of course, Darth Pikachu is not the ideal target, but it's better to get at least a support kill than no kill. Coil is still there. Hobbs has arrived. Marcy is something in the coil as well. It's a 3-man coil from Ned Dota 2. But it's currently a 1-for-1 trade. Darth Pikachu, 4 cut. Dispose there in Niftoski. Overlook hits onto 4 heroes of Patience. The fantastic ulti. Niftoski still lies during his TP. Double kill for Luna via the Eclipse. Oh no. Great attempts by the Tree Prot, but sometimes you ulti 4 heroes on Tree Prot and it just doesn't do anything. It just doesn't. I've been there. I've been there a lot on Tree Prot. You ulti 4 heroes. It has 0 consequence. You lose the fight. But he might just die anyways. They know the Tree Prot's down here. They want to kill him. They found him. He's still juking, of course, but step in by DKMP. Rebound forward. Patience turns the magic wand to heal him on up. Snowball from 3. We also have a large damage snowball from Ned via the illusory orb secures the kill. That's 6 kills now for Team Pooz. There are 8 kills for Royal Star. We are looking about getting a co-commentator in very soon, but we shall see that when the time comes. Hobbs runs from Ned. I don't believe anyone dies here. So I'm going to call my co-commentator. See if he shows up or not. We shall see about that one. And we are now being joined by Lads finalist, former League of Legends pro, what are you now, 9K MMR Dota player, Andy Bendy. How are you tonight, Andy?
No, I'm way. We don't talk about MMR, bro.
Oh, what can you do?
You're gonna have to stream on Discord. Yeah, thank you.
I need to change
Okay.
I need to change my stream title.
Okay. I can't move the camera, so we're just watching this.
We're just watching. Watching
Can I get
this.
a quick check on?
Items.
Yeah.
I'll give you a scoreboard in a second. Don't worry. I guess the viewers haven't seen the scoreboard all game either, so they can see who hasn't died. The answer is Puck and Void Spirit, but
Okay, my first thought is that the Marcy team is probably winning right now. Cause, well, actually, well,
Dota it agrees with you, Andy. It agrees. There's no net worth
Okay,
lead, but it still agrees.
my thought process is like they don't really do a good job of killing Luna that well. Like Morphling, I feel like without unless he's a hidden items, which is usually it shouldn't be. Like he's probably not gonna be able to fan fight Luna. And they have a Marcy too, but.
Mid lane, this Timbersaw hero is
Yeah.
nearly invincible, I love, but not invincible enough. How often do I think that you have died? And well, we saw this tower go down over here, but it's about to be a trade, it appears.
I don't really think
Nice little
that
happy
they
trade.
needed to take. I don't think they need to even take it towers. On Radiant, I think they're like definitely way outscaling this visage. Yeah, they have a really strong like core in the late game where
Middle tower has fallen.
Morphling. Like Morphling's gonna need dispels and maybe BKB because I imagine Voice Spirit's probably gonna get an Ags, and then Timbersaw Morphling is like kind of way favored for Timbersaw, but you kind of, or sorry, it's way favored for Morphling in my opinion, but it's still like kind of scary because if you ever like change heroes into a strength hero and he like Qs you, it's like a lot of damage, or if you're just like low HP, it's pretty scary. Yeah, but the game's really close. I would just put us. I would rather be the Radiant team.
Well, speaking of the White Spirit Ag, it has been used bottom lane to bring down Ned, cause snowballs, Daedalus keeping him the way form. Marcy is already quite low. Hobbs comes from the north side looking for an angle on the team fight. It's currently a 1-for-1 trade. Dark Pikachu unleashes the ultimate. Hobbs tanks a lot of patience spells. And now it's the Orchid from, I believe that is the Visage. As a result, Timbersaw ends up going down, but in comes Campy and Matter clean things up. Patience is dead. Well, move to Filsky and Fatal. Filsky's half HP, Grave chilling away. And we'll end up Grave chilling away. He's now Bing chilling. It's a 2-for-2 trade, and, well, that's a 2-for-2 trade.
I'm really excited to see Fatal and Morphling. I don't know why. I think it's gonna cook. Can I get a scoreboard one more time? I want to see what he's building.
Oh, you
Or
mean,
item-
you mean
items,
this
the
one?
scoreboard.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I don't. Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is
Yeah, pretty normal stuff. Okay, I think the Puck. They need to be careful right now. Void Spirit's really strong because Puck doesn't have a dispel, meaning that like.
He just
There's, like-
purchased a Yule Scepter. He's ready to go.
Oh, he has a full scepter. Okay. Honestly, it's not. It's nowhere near as scary because now they have both Tusk and they have like their self save. Okay. I actually think Dire's really strong, and I hope they kind of like once they get a Manta on Morphling, I hope they're really happy to fight. I also really don't like Timbersaw items. I don't know if most people are going auras on Timbersaw, aura/defensive items, but when I see like Eternal Shroud, Lotus Orb, like I don't think that's that good unless you're like it's already an incredible game for Timbersaw and you just need to get beefier. You know, I don't really know what offlane Timbersaws actually do, but my brain does not like that. Yeah. I think Dire's kind of strong right now. Does there like a BKB or anything on Meteor?
There's a Manta. No BKB.
They need to go start on supports though. They really shouldn't start on because the cores are pretty tanky on Radiant.
They have the same idea as you. Good wraparound right there, but DKB breaks it with a 4-man silence. Tusk is already blasted. Will attempt the snowball. Overgrowth on 2 comes in from Patience. Void Spirit is low. Tusk is low. Void Spirit dies first, though. Now with the Timbersaw. Timbersaw chains away. Marcy unleashes, trying to fight. Patience wins the right-click battle. It's now 2 kills for Team Pooz and Hobbs. Again, attempts the Timber chain away to the east side on Timbersaw. Cull will finish the kill. Somehow, someway, Cull did not go down. Instead, it's a 3-for-0. Clean 3-for-0. And Filsky is all chatting.
Do they have beef or is this friendly?
I'm like 90% sure it's friendly, but it might not be.
Okay.
There's an outside chance it's not friendly.
Okay. I mean, I don't like anyone should talk to me, even for my friend. But most people know that about me, so they might have a different relationship. Okay, I think that teamfight was a really good example of like. I think both teams could win a team fight, but I think the team that starts and supports has a big advantage, and B, I think the Void Spirit Puck is really important in these team fights because, like, if Puck like gets caught up by silence, like even though he can use himself like they still have ways of dealing with Puck when he comes out of his Yules. Like they have a second silence, they have Q. But if Puck goes first, there's nothing Void Spirit can do. Because he's just gonna get coiled and like doesn't have a dispel. His teammates don't have a save, right?
Is under attack.
Yeah, I think it's really important Void Spirit either waits to show or maybe just like an easier solution is just like getting himself a dispel or something. But yeah, because Void Spirit is really strong right now. But he needs to not be coiled at the start of the fight. It's not good. No point.
It is a
what do
relatively
you think
free
about it?
road. What am I thinking? I think it's a free road trade now.
Okay.
Thinking it's
Do you have
time
any-
to all in on this Morphling hero. It seems to be the case where he's got the Manta. He's going BKB. You mentioned once he had a BKB, he should be pretty strong.
I'm a
with BKB
little
Manta.
worried he's gonna run out of damage if they don't like. I'm worried he's not gonna make a lot of net worth during this Aegis because sometimes what happens during Aegis is people are like, oh, we have to hit towers, so they're Aegis heroes, so like they kind of run them that thing, like slowly killing towers. That person gets a lot of farm, and then like if Luna shows up with like a, I don't know, like a butterfly or something, like he's not gonna do any damage to her with his build because he doesn't like. Vlad's is not really a offensive item, and neither is BKB, and neither really is Manta. Like typically you're getting like a maybe a Chrysalis or like the Conda if you want like damage items, because like Morphling will start to not do damage against Luna if he doesn't start itemizing at some point. But like if he keeps farming, like he'll be fine. Like 'cause he's not actually behind in Luna in farm. It's just that when people get Aegis, they might like forget to they can fall behind in farm. But I kind of like this. They're playing really aggressively. They're not like wasting their like. It's not like they're just like goofing off in the bot lane, but never intending to push. It looks like they're actually gonna like take the triangle and push the tier 2 or gank someone. This is good.
See, I have no
think-
concern about his damage because you know what he can always do? He can always buy more damage later.
Yeah, yeah. I'd be worried if Luna like massively accelerated past him, but it looks like it's not. It might not happen. Yeah, I mean the BKB is really good against everyone, even including Luna, because isn't the new Luna meta to kind of like actually put a lot of points in Q and ult early on?
Yeah, that's been the case.
Yeah. I haven't really played the new Luna, but I did like. I think the shard gets you damage when you're Q and your ult land or something, right?
Radiant's middle tower.
I think that's how it works. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Luna should keep farming, by the way. I don't think they want to do this. Like, I think they would be much happier rising and farming and splitting them up. Because I don't think Meteor's that strong. Like, he needs his team to do all the work locking them down for him. Because if they just cut out his BKB, he's really weak. And he's not even that strong in his BKB because he's not actually more farm than Morphling. So I like, and Morphling has 2 lives. I mean, they could always do like a good job of starting on supports because they don't have the spells on probably Tusk or what's the hero's name? Nature's Tree and Protector. Oh my god, that was really hard.
Tree and Protector.
Yeah, so they could still win fights by starting on supports, but they just like this Morphling is going to be really annoying for them. And they should probably not look to fight unless they wrap behind the Morphling, which is kind of hard. Luna, because Luna's really good at like doing this like cutting the waves and just power farming while they push your base. I don't think this is very great.
So when you said Meteor is weak, do you mean the Luna hero, the player, or both?
The Luna hero, I like Meteor, and sometimes he owns me, I think. Yes.
I'm sorry, Meteor, if you're listening to the VOD. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I was going that one.
This seems too easy an opportunity to say it.
Do you think they're gonna try for tier 3s or no?
I mean, you have 2 minutes. Your tier 2s are dead. You might as well at least force TPs back. And then if they TP back, you can just play the economy game, play the sweep, go east, go southeast, get some more farm that way. But
Yeah, I'd be down for
I mean,
that.
they have TP back. But the thing is, do Team Pooz know all 5 are in the base now? That's the problem.
I kind of like in this kind of scenario where
Let's wave farm forward, Cookie away. For now, the tower is actually dying. It will be at least a dead tier 3. There's still a minute 30 left. 4 fatals, 2 lives. Hobbs chains in. The coil overgrowth is as well. On top of that one, Eclipse has been the Meteor. Hope he can be trying to fight. Who dies first? It's Timbersaw. And now Timbersaw by into the fight. Tree Prop barely lives. 1 life is lost. Unmorphing. Now Tree Prop ends up dying. Ka is low. Yami is low. 4-man stump from the midst of Familiars is absolutely fantastic from Filski. Wait for me again. Forward by Fatal. Dark Thief who's running to the T4s. T4s will not protect the Snapfire, but look at Fatal. He's silenced. He didn't morph in time. He's brought down under the tier 4s. It cost you 2 buybacks. That's a huge double kill on Morphling. 1 life with Edith, 1 life for real. Now Ned is trying to get away. He can get disposed very soon. Correction, the Yules keeps him alive for the time being, but Ned's still on the run. Seems like Puck will survive. Oh, greedy play. Nice, fine. But again, big team fight win for Royal Star.
Very based by Ned right there. Yeah, that was a good team fight. They had the advantage of being in their base, and then they traded their Rybacks, and they got a lot of money off of killing Morphling. I don't know if they're like ahead, but I would say they're like maybe slightly behind off that. But like it could have been a lot worse. Because they did get a lot of money, and they probably got a lot of XP from the Morphling kill, and it ended to go to the Luna, which I think they kind of wanted it on.
Yeah, Luna was sputtering and sputtering and sputtering, but now Luna's #1 in net worth thanks to that kill. I say sputtering, even though it's only the #2 net worth, but #2 net worth on Luna is sputtering.
I don't really like this Conda. Like, it might just work because like sometimes people just feed to like supports might just feed to Luna, but like Luna's gonna do a really bad job of like in the man fight against Morphling. Like, cause when I picture this Luna, I would be like, I would want to get a like butterfly and stuff, and then I already have a Marcy giving me like a damage and I think a life steal, and like Visage is a hero that mostly does physical damage as the game progresses, and like minus armor and all that, or like he's more a physical person later in the game as opposed to like nuking with W. So like they really wouldn't be doing a lot of damage to him other than Morphling stealing spells and Puck, because I don't really like his spellcasting build, but it will really like do tons of damage to the non-Morphling characters. I just don't think it'll be that good against Morphling, and I think Morphling is kind of a big deal this game. Yeah, I don't think it's as good against Visage either. I think just buying straight Wraith like better.
Well, they found the Void Spirit. He attempted to Manta out of the coil, but it did not work. Instead, they get brought down to the Snowball. Correction, Snowball not even needed. Philsey gets with the Familiars for the last hits. Again, big play attempted. That simply did not work for DKMP.
Did he do like farm a wave and go to the war and then like show on the wave, or did they just find him? Like, because I don't see a ward there.
I wasn't watching.
Either way, good stuff. And bad stuff for Radiant, but good stuff by, good stuff by Dire.
I think it's really. Oh, wait a minute. For every good play by one team, every good situation, there's an equal and opposite bad situation for the opposite team. You know, this is how Dota goes sometimes.
Yeah, I like that they were pushing. They could try to get Fort, or they could try to get like Sapphire ult. It's pretty good as long as they don't like stay here too long. They can go back to hidden creeps. Okay, what does Luna have queued up? Okay, they're just working towards the Conda. I mean, until Aegis. It says 1 minute is their first respawn. Is that what that thing?
A minute two. It's here. It's this little mark here. Imagine it's like a clock, right? It's like 8. This is 8 o'clock here. This little shiny one. That's the minimum possible timer right here.
Okay.
And then it could be from over here 8 o'clock to up here at 11 o'clock. We'll find out when the time. Right now it's 7 o'clock, right? Eventually it'll go to 8, and then from there, then we'll know.
Bet.
Then we'll know.
I hope that once this Rosh is respawning, Dire has this Conda on Luna. I think they should maybe smoke and try to start in supports. Because I think it'd be really bad if they gave the second Aegis away to Morphling. They would definitely lose another lane. They would lose a lane of Rax or maybe even 2. Yeah. But they should probably just wait. Ideally, they wait for Luna and Conda, and they smoke and they try to kill supports at the start of the fight, and then take the Aegis afterwards.
Here we go. Blink Coil finds Marcy. Marcy's not finished BKB quite yet as a result. It's one kills on it. It's actually a dieback. Because Marcy bought back in that last fight if you scroll all over here. So, as a result, you can play 5v4. You still have BKB on Morph. You still have BKB on only Morph, but...
There's an upside, Badger.
What's
Roche is not... I don't think Roche is up yet. So that at least...
No, not even close.
They still have their opportunity to take the Roche back. This is good for Radiant.
As a later third Roche, I mean, more than 2 minutes in the respawn. I think about 2:15 even, so... Yeah, that's a pretty bad luck for Team Pooz. Of course, very good luck for Royal Star.
Yeah. Snapfire's getting a Lotus Orb. I don't really know what Snapfire's build nowadays. What's other like Hobbs and Void Sphere getting? Hobbs is getting
Hag Scepter.
I think Hag is good. There's not a Nullifier purchaser really on that team, and I think it's gonna make him the most tanky out of any item he could buy. I think he will have a hard time using the damage part of it. They're pretty slippery on Dire, but it'll give him a lot because they just don't have a good Nullifier buyer on the other team. I don't really know what DKB should buy. I don't really play this. I haven't played this hero since like Battle of Heroes build.
He's just buying a BKB, which honestly, I don't blame him. Speaking of DKB, Smokehead's broken. They run into Ned. Ned, he shifts in time, but now he's inside. Oh, wait a minute. He gets absolutely blasted by Mattior's burst damage. Probably all Yules in time, but no, simply death.
Can we go back without breaking the replay or no?
I
Oh, we
cannot.
don't have to. It's fine. It's fine.
I also cannot because we're in Dota TV, but also if I did, it would break the replay. So
Oh, I see.
for
Okay.
multiple
I'm
reasons,
curious
I
if you had the thing happen where when you change alt cast from W, it takes you out of your E, because that's like a bug apparently that happened.
I don't think it would have mattered because so he was there's a remnant, right? So it was on the exact spot. Unless you want
Is
to
the remnant higher priority than blink?
I mean, it's not, but he would have blinked to southwest. He would have to have turned to blinking we're good.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, he might have died anyways. I'm curious, but no, I think you're right. Because if he has to turn to blink, then I'm imagining he can't do that.
Let's see. I guess if he do his exact angle, then maybe there's a blink play there, but I don't think he knew his exact angle. He was not facing a good direction.
I think they need to smoke and like they need to not be caught in the pit. Oh, they instantly pause.
Sure. So he tried to instantly pause, and then it instantly unpause. I like the idea though. I like the idea from Fatal.
Okay. I think Radiant is doing a good job in being in the right spot, but if they don't catch Ka, I don't think they should sit in the Roche pit. Seems like a really bad idea. They have a lot. Dire has a lot of good ways of scouting the area, and they need to like probably resmoke if they can't catch Ka here. Yeah.
Problem. So you see these pings, right? These are blue-colored pings.
He does have his blink. He does have his blink though, so I'm curious if he can cook something up here.
I don't think he's living, but maybe he can buy time. So blink away, and then he can snowball after that. How long is this thing? It takes 3 seconds to launch, so he can maybe live for like 7 seconds potentially, and then at that point,
I wonder if
got
there's
some
a world where he like
over here. You can get into the fight.
I wonder if there's a world where he like shards for vision and then W's them and then blinks out of the W. You know, because I think if he blinks first, he's probably gonna get caught. But if he does it after the like, I don't even know if that's possible. But that just sounds like something that's possible in Tusk.
Actually, wait a minute. Void Spirit's over here. If Timbersaw and Void Spirit were there, I'm sure it's
we do have a lot more
kill, but
we do have a lot more information than they do though. So we have a bit of an advantage.
So Call will know Timbersaw's here.
Yeah. The question is because if Void Spirit's there, they can put a remnant down and where he's gonna land.
Yeah.
W, you know. And I don't assume you could blink out of that. Maybe you could. I really don't play Tusk. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what Kyle can. Maybe they'll be merciful, and because they know Ka's disconnected, and maybe they'll be merciful.
No, there's no way they're being merciful. Nope, 0% chance.
Yeah, probably not.
You want to do an item check while we're in this?
I want some items. Here's some items.
Okay. I don't even like Conda. Well, I'm trying to think. What would I buy if I was Morphling? Because I don't really like. I like Conda. Well, I don't know. On one hand, it's kind of easy to use against heroes like Mercy and Snap. They don't have a way of like disjointing the Conda, which is it's a lot of damage. But I don't really like it against strength heroes typically because, like, you're not going to be like one-shotting them really. You know, because new Conda to me is kind of like old Morphling E-Blade or like, yeah. But is there? I mean, I don't think it's. I'm trying to think of what I would do. Okay, who cares? Where the game's gonna start.
Fatalist is double imagery, by the way, so they're going to fight. No matter if Cuz dead or not, they're going to go. Because, I mean, you have DD Morphling, how do you not? We are resuming, of course. Ka has been paying 13 times blood. We know also analysis of if Ka can escape. Little did we know, Radiant would completely fumble the stuns, stumble the abilities. He just blinks away casually.
They do have a good ward. Radiant has a good ward, but Dire sees it. They have a sentry. Oh, but they're smoked still? Okay.
Dust has been used. Ka is getting gone on, gets silenced right away, but he's kept alive. Fatal turns into Timbersaw, waveforms in Timber Chains on around, but it's already going to be a dead Ka. He has to punch the Luna. Luna's still half HP, now big KP from Luna. Shall Manta off the Overgrowth. Marcy's dropping, Tree Trot's dropping, Ned, Yami, Dark Pikachu, Ka all go down. Ka fights that Dosky goes down. Waveform against the Ignite Fatalist. Void Spirit's forced step away to be the low one on Void Spirit, on the Morphling. He's trying to morph strength, he's trying to Manta and survive, but look at his team, he's simply not here. He'll try to get away, but there's just too much damage. A triple kill for Timbersaw. I think we know what time it is. It's Roshan time.
You live on DKMP?
I did.
Oh, I thought he had a BKB. I was wondering why he didn't BKB, but that's why he doesn't have it yet. He's only partway there. I still feel like Dire should win team fights, but I think they just should not like go in. They should just use the Conda and just like throw spells at them from Africa. Because Like, yeah, that's what I think Tusk should be trying to save people and not like going and actually punching the Luna. They don't really have like this build to like man fight the Luna in front because Fatal also has the kind of like poking build with the Conda, which is very much less of a like I'm gonna jump in and kill you during my BKB kind of build. Which is really good for Radiant, by the way, because I think Dire has a really hard time killing Luna twice, especially with the Morphling build. Like he'll be able to throw, maybe he'll be able to harass them, but like when they go high ground, like they don't like do that much damage, you know.
It's not going to be any easier either, because, I mean, she has Satanic coming. The only reason it's not here yet is because her courier died, so it's only going to get harder.
Yeah, no, I really hope they try to push with this, because they have support items, like Hobbs already had, what is it, like, Lotus, I think someone else is getting Lotus, I think it was, Snapfire. Like, they have support items to put on Luna. Luna has a Marcy, and Luna, the team doesn't have a lot of damage for Luna. I think they should be, like, going tier 3s, like, instantly, I wouldn't go top with them. I would like go to this mid wave and force them to be back mid and have like maybe one person push the side waves out, like Void Speed or something. They really need to push high ground. Also, he doesn't need to wait for his
Satanic, yeah.
Oh no, I guess he's missing the Claymore, right?
Yeah, the Claymore is dead. The Claymore's dead right now. But he might just. He should just go anyways. You're right. He should. Just
I think they should go for the tier 2 mid at very least. I don't know why they're waiting to do any kind of push. They don't have to go tier 3 with the Satanic, but they have to at least push tier 2. Like this is such a waste of the. Because now they're gonna probably have to return bottom if like they're like showing on the waves. I don't know.
You have problems in multiple lanes right now. Like you
I would like it if Morphling and Puck were in swap spots. Because Morphling is pretty hard to catch and also really good tower hitter. Yeah, like they're doing such a good. Dire's doing a really good job of like punishing Radiant for kind of goofing around. Radiant was like, "Yeah, we'll wait till we get our Titanic," and Dire was like, "We're not gonna like if you're not pushing, we'll make you come back home." That was really good by Dire. And I think that was. I think they were probably too caught up on the Titanic. That is my guess.
I agree.
They still do have time. Like they only have like 2.5 or something on the Aegis. Like they really should like go to a lane. Yeah. Do they have a pipe? They don't have a pipe, which is kind of sad because I don't know if their waves are going to survive.
This is a situation where again, Dota Plus is pretty confident Dire's going to win now. Like they're confident Dire's going to win this game.
Wait, what is that 63% chance?
Yeah, for Dire to win.
What are the three? So there's I see a green line, a white line, and a what is
green line is win probability. Yellow line is net worth. The sort of grayish bluish line is experience.
I see. That's kind of cool.
Spend a lot of time looking at these graphs. Don't worry.
I like how they have a ton more XP on, I think on Radiant, but they're like win probability is really low.
I mean, they won the team fight, but they're not connecting. I mean, generally Dota is not like their heroes or their items. Maybe it's all the Siege being like, you know what, this team's
I really wish. I mean, I think what Radiant's doing is really good, but I think they kind of messed with their allocations. It should be like Morphling pushing the enemy base, and like the supports are Puck like cutting and clearing the waves at the bottom. They don't actually want to do a base race, I'm pretty sure. I hope they realize that they're not going to win a base race, especially with Morphling so far away from the base race.
They're going to trade at least racks for racks here, maybe more than that actually.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they should keep doing it. Maybe they should though, because they still have a tier 2 on.
They're going throne, so you know if you're not going to defend your base, we're going to go throne.
No, this is really good because I was actually wrong. Radiant was going to lose the.
Here we go. Puck gets caught already. Heals up to his air in time. Fiddle jumps in looking for Dark Pikachu. Dark Pikachu is incredibly low, and Dark Pikachu has gone down. Both tier 4 are very low. Matter trying to man fight right here on the tier 4 tower. Snowball forward. Matter loses 1 life. Hobbs is doing a ton of damage during all the team fight as well. Radiant still play as 4 in the Dire side base. Yami goes down. The trade is for Ka. Ka has no buyback. Both tier 4s have crumbled. DKMP is low. Filsky is low. Step by DKMP. Filsky go out the hop capability for Timbersaw. Phils is trying to defend this. He's playing alone in a 1v3. He's got no friends. Nobody's a buyback. And now Marcy buys back. Looking to throw. Is currently half HP. Fatal has been stunned for the Timber Chain. He'll get brought down eventually. And when he dies, does he have buyback? He does, but again, he's only playing this 1v4. Ned has got back the Quills there on 3, hits it on all 3, now DKMP buys back. Fatal's still incredibly low. Fatal will die, but he's back. Look at the throne, it's a 3rd HP, it's dropping. Wait for him forward. Matty is already up, he lost both of his lives, and now the throne will remain alive. Fatal Little man fight once again. He's hitting Hobbs. Hobbs is tanky, but does Hobbs have the damage to kill anybody? I don't think it's possible. Half HP. Waveform forward by Fatal. Hobbs has been used up in the air by Puck. Hobbs will escape, but notably, the throne, of course, remains alive, and Timbersaw actually does not. That's a valiant defense by Team Pooz. I think Ned just earned buyback during that fight. As a result, the throne barely lives.
I have so much I want to say. Can I go off, Badger?
Go off.
Okay, first, I think that was really good by Fatal. Well, okay, he should shift down probably at some point, but okay, he was like really, really low, and I was like, oh, maybe he should go back to base and I was thinking like we should use his stun and then go back to base to heal, but because he had buyback, it was like way better that he died and came back with full resources. So I think it's actually good that he died, which is like I guess kind of a bad play by Radiant to kill him, but because he wasn't gonna do anything, he had no mana, he was full strength shifted, like they could have ignored him and not killed him. It actually helped his game that he died there. Like they literally didn't lose because he died. But it was really good by Fatal to just like stay there and play until he died and come back. That was really good by Fatal. I was wrong. Radiant had the advantage in the split push because wait. No, they didn't. Radiant made a really good play. They were losing the split push because even though like they're against like Luna, like they can't go and mega the other team because they haven't taken the mid tier 2. So if they got mega, they wouldn't be able to trade megas to the other team. So what they did instead was they hit the tier 4s, and that was really smart because it forces them to TV back, and now they're like ahead in the like even if they didn't win the team fight, they would have still made them better macro play, I think, because they would have it was a really good play to go hit the megas. I think they just missed the execution of it, and then Radiant or Dire vice versa, like kind of this is a Badger play right here. Where Patience is hiding, it's a Badger.
Oh yeah, I felt this so many times.
After you guys can't trade Victor against us, I'll know you're in that spot.
Listen, this is how we lost grand finals. This is how we lost grand finals.
It did work for us a lot. So.
On this side of the map, it worked great, but this one right here, this is.
Maybe you were. I don't want to think about it. Maybe you were scouted by the gate because the gate does give a little bit of vision. I think
this thing it might have been. Yeah, I was right here. This is the one.
All right. Well, either way,
I'm never gonna forget that one.
Okay, before we look at win probability, I feel like Radiant has to be really far ahead.
Nope. Still Dire.
My thought process is Radiant really shouldn't team fight. They should like kind of just be rats. Because I guess they could. I guess Dire. No, Dire only lost like 1 or 2 buybacks, right? But it was the cores. It was Morphling Puck.
Yeah, Morphling Puck. It goes back to gold in the other heroes. And she goes back to gold on Puck temporarily as well. Madior is being going on coils there on 3 from Ned. At this point, Fatal is taking the damage, but he's still healing up Satanic right now. Timbersaw's half HP, punched up by Patience to fall. He'll buy back. Hobbs is still fighting. At this point, nobody important is dying. Filski's half HP, Madior's half HP. They want to kill the Luna. The Luna's dropping. The Luna's already dead. And now at this point, Void Spirit is BKB trying to fight, but his teammates are crumbling around him. Luna buys back. Yami goes down. We're seeing a very low Visage, but an even lower Timbersaw. Ned hunts for more. Triple kill for Filski. DKMP jukes to the east side, TPing away. Is there a cancel? Yes, there is. The Yules from Ned. And now he's rooted once again on Void Spirit. Now we have dead Void Spirit. A dieback for DKMP. That's 3 down, 2 without buyback. And this game might be over right now.
Should we? Does DKMP? No, they should know DKMP is no buyback. Okay, I feel like they should get megas at least. If they know the big, if once they see Hobbs back, they might forget. They might not have kept track of Void Spirits buyback. We'll see.
I mean, they should know that it's similar to Puck's buyback. And Puck has a huge cooldown, so if they're keeping any track, they'll know.
Oh, if they're similar, no, you're right. If they're similar,
this Puck was like 20 seconds after DKP, I think.
This is really good by Dire. I think it's fine if they don't want to push. Because like they can wait for their buybacks to come back up, and they can also wait for Rush to come up, and Dire's Radiant will be stuck.
Quick coil there on 2. Madior has BKB on cooldown, but his life remains alive. Range racks mid have died. Melees will join them. That's megas for Team Pooz. And that was the onus that's caused all the chaos over in this area. Is the megas a threat? Well, the threat has been accrued on. It's been done. We are up 2 sets of racks, including the megas. So Team Pooz.
It looks like they might wait for Aegis. They're returning to check the Aegis. Okay, this is a really good job by Dire. I think it's a little boring. No, I'm just kidding. It's as spectators, it would have been interesting to see them try to end the game during the dieback. But This is the really good play though. Like they just did everything perfect, like kind of textbook. I do want to
it's
say
hard to blame it. It really is. I mean, morph buyback cooldown, puck buyback cooldown. How do you not do this
I
play?
don't see how they're gonna lose on Dire unless they A, forget to wait for buybacks, which is like they're all coming up pretty soon, or B, they don't save money for buybacks. With buybacks, I don't know how they're gonna lose. I do think Luna is really like they still have Luna Marcy, and if Luna transitions away from their like spellcasting build and goes like a full right click build, I still think like it's really easy to die. It's in like random glaives when you're like when there's mega creeps in your whole base, the glaives are going everywhere. But like I think not with this build. Also, I don't think they should contest this.
Here we go. Roshan is already dead. The goodies go the way of Team Pooz. Look at Luna's cosmetics. Look at that little portrait. You see that little mask she's wearing?
Yeah.
It's like a widow's mask, you know, and that's really appropriate because
again,
I am here to eulogize Radiant's chance to win this game. You know, I at this point we're the widows for this Radiant team right now. We know they're gonna die.
Nadir queued up a rapier, and it's really good. I wish he had like another item to go with it, but Nadir going rapier is really good. They need it. Like they need to clear their base, and he kind of needs to do a lot of the wave clear because Timbersaw doesn't really like. It's not great. Yeah, neither is Void Spirit. Unless you have a high damage build, like Nadir needs to clear the waves, and he's gonna be able to do it. And we're able to make it to there.
Smoke up on the back lines. It's perhaps desperation time, but who do you go on? Morphling, of course, has 2 lives. BKB, Manta, and Satanic. Not an easy dude to kill. He's literally water. He's liquid. Step in. Silence on 2 from DKMP. Step away. Dark Pikachu actually killed Thanos 1 time. He still has Cheese and Big KB. He'll hold Big KB for the time being. 1 tier 4 goes down. The blue on Thilski. Patience. Blink Ulti's on 2. Big KB from Madior. DKMP is going on forward. Nobody's dead. So I'm seeing earlier right now. Marcy's dropping. Tree Prot's dropping. Marcy dies first. But Visage and Tree Prot both will go down here. Visage by the end of the game. The lag is huge from the game right now. There's so many cosmetics and so many particles in the game. Fatalist, Little Cheese, Cuz low, Madior's low, Madior gets stunned, Ned will jump forward with the orb, looking for the Luna, Luna's dropping, sounds again from the Huck. At this point, Madior finally dies, he's got no buyback, Fatals moves to Hobbs, Darth Pikachu goes down, Timbersaw will survive, but it'll matter not. Look at the throne, it's under assault, we're playing a 2v5 defense, and the 2 should lose that one, barring the miracle of all miracles. We're still fighting, Marcy now gets a buyback, this came off cooldown, rebound, stuns 3, but it matters not, the throne dies, and Team Pooz take game 1.
Banger game. Yeah, absolute banger.
Oof, it was fun, you know. It went from 0 to actually I would say 0 to 100, but not beyond 100. It went to 0 to like 140 there, real quickly there. It was great. And unfortunately for Royal Star, they once again lose the Dota game. A very common occurrence for them.
Haven't both these teams kind of been struggling a little bit?
It's true. I mean, somebody has to win, right? It's made the chance for Team Pooz to turn their season around. So.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, yeah.
I could have made the exact same comment if Team Pooz lost. Actually, Royal Star gets a much needed win. Team Pooz is a lot of losing. I guess I'm not quite cold enough to do that, but you know. Okay, again,
wait, don't. Yeah,
I know. You're gonna load up your Dota. I'm actually gonna cut us to a break between game 1 and game 2. My name's Badger. I'm joined by Andy Bandy. We'll see you for game 2 of Team Pooz Royal Star in a few minutes. Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. My name is Badger. I'm here for game number 2 of some League of Legends action between Team Pooz and Royal Star. If you missed game 1, got some bad news for you because you might have missed the best game of the series, but hopefully game 2 proves to be even better than game 1. Once again joined by multi-season Lads player, Lads finalist, former League of Legends pro, Andy Bendy. But also joined by another man now. It is a man of many amateur leagues, high MMR gamer himself, Dark Dotes. How are you, Dark?
Great. I don't know about high MMR, but like
10 seconds.
lower MMR than everybody in this lobby or something.
Dire team back.
There is no way that's true.
I'm like 7.2k, bro.
Radiant team
That might be true. When did that happen?
There's been a crazy
What do you mean? When did that happen? I just don't play.
MMR inflation is real. MMR inflation is real.
I was 7.2 when 7.2 is like rank 300, and now it's like rank 1200 or something. So
10 seconds
just
remaining.
don't really play.
Lucky you do. Actually, if we're being technical, it's getting easier and easier to get NA ranks because all the NA players are just playing European pubs now. Like,
And everybody win trades too.
like we're at the point where apparently 3800 EU is top 200 NA, which is what can you fucking do at this point?
Sounds about right. If I was gonna play rank, I'd probably play EU.
Dire
So
team back.
all right, game happening. Badger, peace out. Is that what you said?
We lost Badger.
Yeah,
Okay,
Fez-
I'm a little sad to see Visage not banned because I don't want to watch
10
Visage.
seconds
That's my hot take.
Did they play Visage last game?
Dire did.
Okay.
Now maybe Radiant won't play it because I know Hobbs can play it, and
Filthy
they already have
Visage.
Tusk. Yeah, they could still play with Vilsky too, but they already have like a melee support on a
How do you feel about
Radiant.
picking Tusk in the wind? I feel like it's kind of strange sometimes. I guess with drinking buddies, it's not as bad, but I don't think Tusk ever wants to lane against that hero.
Yeah, it's pretty good in the game. I think
5 seconds
Like,
remaining.
you're one of the better heroes at containing wind. It's like you don't have to wait getting over shards other than getting forced out or something.
Radiant team
I like win
So
running.
it's like okay. I think it's okay. I do like the lane might be really tough.
I think I mean Tusk is just like a good ass hero. So
Yeah, drinking buddies is just really crazy.
but yeah,
You're
I would
looking
look
at it
to
and like
go ahead.
basically the whole skill, like nothing scales on, or like
seconds remaining.
it's like the range doesn't increase as you level it up. Like I don't know if the cooldown does. Like you're getting so much value out of 1 point in that spell.
Yeah, the cooldown goes down and the damage goes up, but the move speed is 25% at all levels, which is
Yep,
great.
and the range is already kind of high. Yeah, Tusk Start Willow.
10
I
seconds
don't
remaining.
love. Well, I mean, I think both sports are kind of like
5
both
seconds remaining.
do slightly different things, but I don't love picking both my supports ever in the first phase.
Me neither. I don't think first two. I mean, I mean, they don't want to show a core, but I don't know. I feel like
And they
showing
already-
a core can kind of. I kind of like picking when you have this pick. I don't remember which pick it is. When you have like the first pick out of the second phase, I kind of like picking like a strong lane like immediately.
Yeah, yeah. Because if you have a strong lane, like it's almost never going to go that bad. I really didn't want to watch Visage, but I guess like we get to watch Earth Spirits. That's cool.
Yeah, it's probably their lane right there. So they do what I was saying before, and they're leaving Wind Flex. I'm guessing 1 and 2.
I feel like it's a good Earth Spirit game. I don't really play Earth Spirit, but like I feel like it's good. They don't have any like dispels built in. You can silence Tusk so we can't save people.
I like it
Seems
against both the
good.
supports. I think.
Yeah.
Do you get hit by brambles while you're rolling, or do you just roll over them? And it doesn't?
That's a great question. I want to say you do. I want to say you do, but that could be me coping.
Like you like stack a bunch of brambles on yourself, and then when you get out a roll, you're like cooked, or what? Or does it just
don't
roll
know.
over them and it doesn't happen? I have no idea. I don't play this hero.
I think
One hand,
you can, okay,
bristleback.
so you're like immune during roll, right? So I'm pretty sure you
The
can roll
most
over
I've
it.
played, the most I've played Earth Spirit was literally in our series when I was playing Morphling, and I turned into Earth Spirit. That's like,
You know, it's funny. So we had the conversation, me, Jim, and Rojo watching that. We were like, is this guy an Earth Spirit player? We couldn't figure it out. So I guess you played Earth Spirit better than you might have thought you did.
I mean, I'd
Wait,
like
did we win that game or did you guys win that game?
that was the game I was morphing, so we won.
I don't. Okay, you guys
You
won
were
that game.
AM.
Oh no, I lost the game. Yeah. I remember this now.
You know, it's
I
funny.
honest.
I call it from the draft not because you're bad at AM, but it's a famous saying in lads where if KU can't win in the hero, neither can you. And
Well,
that guy
I
wins
did
a
win
lot
on
of lads
anti-meat.
games.
I did win on anti-major earlier in the season. I mean, I think I lost this that last game too, but I don't want to talk about. Let's talk about this game right currently going on.
Sometimes you just get dayless crit by morphling for 1200 damage and die instantly. It's like,
Yeah.
Seconds remaining.
I mean, you're right, but on the flip side, if
I
you
don't really like Ember Spirit here, by the way,
5 seconds
because like they don't
Really?
have any like easy to go on like diving backline kind of cores. Like this Ember Spirit, like it's not like you can kill Earth Spirit that easily.
I also really like
yeah.
Ember when you have like a 4 that takes advantage of like the slight chains build. Like Willow can root again, I guess, but it's like
It's not as powerful as
there's
like
not
other
like
combos
a
for
bunch
sure.
of damage, and you can't ult the Ember anymore. So it's not like he's gonna get like a bunch of extra
Yeah.
damage. Because I think
I'm
this
not a
hero like has a lot of damage really early, and then you kind of fall off in the mid game, and it's kind of nice to have a 4 that can help you.
No, I totally agree. I don't think it's like I'm not a big fan of this Radiant lineup because like so far.
Show your lane
Yeah.
too. So now
I also
like
don't see like when I think of Tusk and Dark Willow, like Bristleback doesn't seem to have like a lot of synergy with them. Like when you playing Dark Willow, you kind of want people so you can like ult off of them, and like Bristle doesn't like really. I mean, he does a slow, but he doesn't really provide like the greatest way to ult. And then Tusk, like you kind of want a range cores with Tusk, and you currently have 2 melee cores. I feel like so.
yeah.
Yeah. You also don't care what damage as much on like Bristleback. Like what's the save spell in Tusk now? The new one. That one like it's not as
Bring it
good for
up.
Bristleback and Ember. They don't need like they're gonna get the damage, but even Bristleback like half of his damage is from like using his W and stuff.
I would pick like Monkey King here or some like Ember Spirit lane punishing hero.
Yeah, I mean, they're also those two heroes don't seem like there's a lot of options they could pick that would be good into those two heroes, like Timbersaw, probably Monkey King, like both their cores are melee and they both do like a lot of physical damage, kind of. So I don't know.
It just feels like if, especially if they have an Earth Spirit, if they pick some hero that can punish Ember really hard in lane,
I
yeah,
don't.
Spirit
mean,
mid
Wait, who's playing Nyx? Oh, is it Earth Spirit mid? Do they have a
is,
Earth Spirit mid player?
and then they do Nyx Visage.
I don't
I don't get this at all.
actually know
I
if
mean, I
Ned
don't
plays
mind.
a mid.
I don't really understand why they would pick Nyx. I
10
feel like
seconds remaining.
they pick some hero, like I was saying before, that can punish Ember. They can also roam on it with Earth Spirit, and this Ember's gonna have like the worst game ever. And it feels like he's the only one who does anything on their team right now.
Okay. Well, I don't really know if I love it. I do think they have a good lineup for ignoring the Bristleback and killing other heroes, which I kind of like. Like I think right now, like
10
It does.
they could like kind of ignore the Bristleback and just kill other
5
heroes.
seconds remaining.
They're very mobile to escape him, and yeah,
And
I don't know.
it's
I don't
good.
really get the next pick.
It's good against Ember. It's
Nyx is
okay against Dark Willow. It's not very good against Tusk, I don't think. Bristleback, like, you would do unintentional damage, I guess, so it's alright, but you don't really ever burst that hero.
yeah, like you never burst a Bristleback. Plus, a lot of people buy like items that give a lot of flat HP now because Gleipnir is really strong. So like, it's like the Ember's already gonna get a lot of flat HP probably in his build.
And he's gonna go Mage Slayer too, so
Yeah,
Dire
like
team
this is like a patch where it's really easy to get a lot of stats.
it's not like the same type of Ember counter as it used to be, I think. Where like people maxed Carapace or whatever and like hunt Ember and make his life a living hell. Now you build like tanky items on Ember.
10
Yeah,
seconds
exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's a good lane with Visage, I think. Nyx is kind of a bot in lane, and Visage kind of carries lanes, so
Yeah, I think the Knicks might have an okay game. I would, yeah, they might be fine.
they're gonna do Wind carry then. So their last pick is a 5 question mark.
I think what if it's actually just Earth Spirit 4, Nyx 5? It's kind of a janky support duo, but
Well,
it might just be the player.
could
that
do
would
that,
not be
yeah.
that wouldn't be that weird because Wind is so strong on lane that like they're like we can have whatever 5 we want.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't mind that.
I
And then
wouldn't
pick
I
a
wouldn't
mid
hate
hero.
that honestly. I'm fine
Honestly,
with
I
that.
think that might be better. Pick some mid hero that does the thing.
I feel like Ka has to be their
Yeah,
spirit.
I looked it up. Ned does play it, but it has to. No, it has to be Ka, dude. He's a better spirit than lads.
Because debating us. I would rather have Earth Spirit Visage than Earth, because like I feel like Earth Spirit is more of a like hard to kill useful body early on, which is kind of exactly what Visage wants. Visage wants heroes that like
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like Visage Earth Spirit just sounds kind of good. Visage Nyx is like it's serviceable. The Nyx will work, but it's not like amazing.
It's kind of weird because it feels like Earth Spirit kind of wants to roam, and I don't think Visage pre-6 wants people to leave his lane as much. But
Yeah, I mean, I think they might be able to get away with just the lane, but I don't know. No, I'm not a big fan. I'm definitely not a big
so
fan.
what are people? I don't. What is with the bristleback fucking fanatics in League of Legends these days?
I don't know what it is, man.
I think the support
really
bristleback
don't.
is really easy. It crushes most lanes. And then I don't know why, but maybe I'm just like I have a mental block with bristleback. I'm not the right person to ask about this.
I'm like confused because like somebody picked it against us, and I was like, okay, but we're also like kind of still switching roles. We finally, I think we figured out what our roles are now. The classic 1 and 7, but
It's not too late to come back. Believe
nah,
it.
I honestly think it's fine. I mean, we were like up in gold against KU team 2 games in a row, and then just like giga through. I just think
It's really easy to have like a lot of like very close wins and like yeah.
I think we were hella tilted, and we're also trying to figure out our roles and stuff. So DK1. Okay.
Man, this is one of the most weenie lineups I've ever seen in my entire life.
Like both
So many weenie heroes.
Yeah, like when I see like Bristleback, Dragonite, I'm like, oh, no one's gonna die.
Okay, so it
I
is
don't
Bitter
know-
Spirit.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, sadly, I'm really sad right now.
Mistakes is the
Kyle, I
path
feel
to
like you like ruined our viewer experience.
He did.
You might win the game, but you didn't
I
win,
feel like
win
this
the
is
fans
like
over.
this is like such a free win game. And they
Well, I don't
push
think
picked it.
I'm sure Ned is fine on Earth Spirit. I feel kind of bad because I don't keep talking about. I'm sure Ned is fine on Earth Spirit. I just got really hyped for the cut Earth
No,
Spirit.
we all did. It's fair. It's a fair thing to say. I mean, it's not that he's bad, but it's more, the viewers hadn't. At least we did. We, as a sort of representation of viewers.
Longtime fans of Ka.
We're all fans of Ka Air Spirit.
I think Kyle has a good Nyx too, so honestly, it's probably fine.
Did they address this wind at all with the draft? I feel like they did.
No. I mean, they have Cursed Crown.
I feel like Dragonite is probably good against Wind if I in a core versus core matchup because you have a point click stun, and you're also pretty tanky, so like you're not gonna get shredded by the wind the way other carries the way like switch your carries might by roll because you're not gonna have focus fire. I don't think it's like a direct counter, but I think it is an okay core matchup because you're pretty tanky, and you also have a direct stun to
Farm fast too most of the time.
yeah. I like yeah. I don't know what to think. There's just so many like beefy heroes in the game. I'm just
I also feel like if I had last pick here, I wouldn't be asking for like Dragonite. I feel like it's weird to like last pick Dragonite. I don't know. It's like your like last pick is just Dragonite. You're like, all right, guys, I'm Dragonite.
I don't mind that. I don't really get the point of putting Earth Spirit mid. They have a lot of tanky cores on Radiant, so like
I'm also hella confused by
like because I think they already have Ember Spirit Bristleback when they moved it to mid. Like those are not cores that you can easily gank with Earth Spirit. And Tusk is like a strength hero, so you're gonna have a big even if you like can get silence stuff, you're still gonna have a big HP pool. Like when I would imagine Earth Spirit mid, it'd be like you have a free lane, which I would say Ember Spirit is probably a free lane for him. But also you have like lanes you can gank, and like how are you like? It's not that easy to gank like Bristleback or Dragonite.
Guess the vessel's nice this game though. It's gonna go that route.
Oh, it is a really good. No, that's true. It's a really good vessel game. Yeah, it is a really good vessel game. I mean, you could. I don't really play Earth Spirit support. I don't know if they still go vessel, but they probably could.
They had an Invoker player. This would be a crazy Invoker game for Dire.
I swear Ned plays.
I feel like
the
Ned
hero,
has a
but-
high level of invoker. I would guess.
By the way, if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of Team Pooz versus Royal Star. We missed game 1, but there's still one more game. Oh, actually, there's one more game to go. But I'm here with Andy, Bendy, and Dark. But I figured out why it's DK carry last pick. So it's Hobbs drafting, not Matty. Or if Matty was picking the heroes, that would not be a DK24.
Why do you think that?
Well, because no carry player who drafts will consciously like go out of their way and say, "Yeah, 24 DK."
No, Madior likes strength carry. Madior plays a lot of like Chaos Knight, which is basically just Dragon Knight,
No,
bro. They
that's
both have a
way
stun.
more
And they're-
fun. That hero is way more
DK
fun.
is low-key
Also,
kind of fun these days.
No, DK is really fun on this patch because they randomly just give him a Battle Fury in his kit. Like,
And he's like Terrorblade and Sven put together. It's
yeah, like plus it's just a very. I feel like Madior does play a lot of the strength cores. I could just be coping and he only plays CK, but I don't think I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't know what lane I want to watch.
I was just watching mid. Started guard level 1 on Ember.
Fatal
and
did
I feel-
not play the first wave that well. That's okay. They have a really strong lane.
I feel like if you walk into lane and Ember Spirit presses guard level 1, you just kick him immediately and it gets rid of it. He didn't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it takes to like. I don't know if our spirit can use one spell to break it level 1. I'm not sure.
Well, he definitely can.
He definitely can?
60 and the Boulder Smash is 120.
Oh, but like I thought Ember has like a weird thing where you need to get like.
Yeah, it's 75%, so it's
Yeah.
like you have to do 75 damage, magic damage to him.
Yeah. I wonder if Ned just doesn't know if he can break it, or if maybe Ned does just more than us. But Boulder Smash does sound like it might break at level 1.
Yeah, Boulder Smash does an obscene amount of damage.
Yeah, so I feel like it has
He's
to.
good.
I'm doing the math here. It has to break it.
Wow,
Yeah.
Ember Spirit is having a really good first couple waves.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
Yeah.
DK.
I can say
and P.
this is probably a matchup DK plays played a lot. Like probably more than Ned, because DK plays like
A
I
lot
don't
of
know if
an
he can-
uncomfortable quantity of Ember Spirit.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
literally just plays Spirit Heroes every
I
single
don't know if he actually plays their Spirit, but he's probably tried it at least, considering he's like the Spirit guy.
You know, Dark, he plays other heroes now, but he indeed, his 3 most played heroes are still
nice.
Spirit, and third Spirit.
That was a really good play by Ned. Hey, like it didn't really win in the lane because that was kind of like a comeback play. Like he's kind of losing the lane, but it was a really good kick combo.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go 0-4-2 on Ember, which I think is fine for this lane. I don't think there's any reason that you would really want to max chains this game for like your support or whatever I was talking about. So I think Flame Guard's fine.
Fatal didn't have the greatest wave 1, but he's actually doing really good now. He's like double last hits and like double the denies as well. It's just, I think they should win the lane top, but like, yeah, this is good. I was getting worried after the first wave.
It seems like a pretty free lane. Unless
Yeah, it's kind of okay if Radiant loses their lanes though. They have really good heroes that like both they're tanky, so they can kind of sit in front of towers, and they also like farm the jungle really fast. Like Bristleback can take stacks, they make
Ooh,
stacks for
mid.
him.
DKMP's trying
Oh,
to
and
solo kill this
DKMP
guy.
ends up solo killing Ned. Good call on that.
Okay.
I was looking at the lotuses.
He rolled back in. That was fucking based as hell. Respect.
It was a good, really good try. It
If
looked
it
cool.
works, then maybe you have a play on your hands, but it just
They
just
still
didn't
had
work.
Fairy Fire on Ember and shit. I don't know.
I think it's fine if Radiant loses their lanes. I think it's probably a lot worse if Dire loses their lanes. Our Spirit doesn't really farm the jungle well.
Yeah, this
Uh,
is really bad for Spirit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Whereas, like, if they lose, like, the side lanes, like, both Bristleback and Madior can hit the jungle really, really well. Wind kind of needs to have a good lane up until the point where they have, like, Maelstrom ult. Or when they have Maelstrom, because then they can start ulting stacks and stuff. But they're having, like, a kind of contentious lane top. Like, it's not like... Fatal is doing well, but it's not like, they're shutting out the Bristleback.
Honestly, I think Willow should just like Giga focus on stacks. I don't think they're
Yeah.
gonna win this lane. They probably should just do the Sand King method where you just fucking stack the shit out of the camps and then he just has like.
I
a
think they
10
should have done
minute,
some
like,
wave dragging shenanigans, maybe. They're against a really tough lane. Oh, it's kind of easier. I feel like it's easier to drag.
They're
when
doing
you're-
pretty well considering.
No, they are. Their lane's going like fine. Like they're like gracefully losing the Bristleback lane right so far, which is like pretty good. Considering how like Wind kind of needs to win the lane, and even then like Bristol can go farm.
Oh, top lane, speaking of Bristleback. Bristleback goes down. The trade is for Patience, eventually. Though Fatal's could probably kill Dark
Yeah.
Pikachu as well. So that'll be a 2-for-1 for Fatal. That's huge for
Oh.
Fatal.
Bristleback's gonna catch the wave at his tower at least. So Bristleback's not gonna get like uber destroyed. This is the catch this wave with TP. Pretty good. It's fine.
This mid diff is kind of rough, man. I'm not gonna lie. He, like,
I
walked
think
in-
our Spirit might want to go mode : Breezy R. or like, but it's
You're right,
hard.
you're
like, who-
right.
Like, how do you?
What
Like,
lane is he gonna go to? He can't go
exactly.
far.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could. I guess this is just damage, but they're actually just gonna kill.
Yeah,
this
they
top.
almost kill Tusk, but actually do not finish off the kill. Tusk had like 12 HP there. Now Madior kills Ka. Oh no.
That was a really good. Really good try.
That your fucking big tip coming out.
That's gonna definitely go over well in the admin chat later.
Do Madior and Ka have beef? I feel
No,
like.
they don't. They
No?
don't.
Okay. Well, I wasn't really thinking they would have beef, but I was thinking they would have beef by proxy because Fatal might have beef with, like Fatal's beef with a lot of people, so I was like, oh, maybe.
So does
Fatal-
Madior.
Yeah, so maybe Madior and Fatal have beef, and by proxy, Ka and Madior have beef.
Yeah,
But no, it's like it's not the case.
I see a lot of carry players with beef in this league. Shackle shot top lane, power shot to follow. Hobbs gets right click down by Patience.
They really need to chill on this lane and just.
I'm really glad Dyer's having a really good lane on top because they definitely kind of need this. They're
Orca.
kind of getting trounced mid pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Size too.
I mean, Ned
would
did
admit-
get the rune at least, but yeah.
I don't think they're losing bottom, but maybe they are. Like, I feel like if I was Madior, I'd be pretty happy in this scenario. I would be pretty happy.
I feel like his CS is kind of low.
Yeah, I know it is, but they're kind of even denies, and like as long as you get levels in Dragon Knight, you can just go like do your whole free farming
Yeah,
thing.
he also leveled Pre-Fire level 2 too.
Yeah, I don't know if that's normal, but he's not getting pushed out of the lane yet, so he can still get.
He did it for a kill, I think. So.
Oh no, I think you're right. I think it was for that kill on under like the Knicks under the tower.
Patience wanted a solo kill on Darth Pikachu. It simply did not work. Ember Spirit ensured that one. And the Wisdom Runes will go 1 to both teams. No real significant contesting time from either.
Gami blocked the stack on accident. Good stuff, Gami. Good stuff.
Fatalness has got like a fucking 1k MMR build right now. This is a funny. I don't know.
What, that's a wild build.
It's kind of. I mean, it's not like actually bad. I don't think, but it's just really funny to look at. I don't know why he has a belt of strength in his story.
Okay, I don't think this javelin before. If you're not gonna rush Maelstrom, I don't see the point of buying javelin because you don't have focus fire, right? Like, yeah, I don't like.
It's like okay to farm. You like farm to a small camp stack, but I feel like you can do that even without.
Well, no, you could farm a small camp stack by pulling it your way. Like,
you could also just press power
yeah.
shot.
I think if you're gonna go javelin now before boots, you should probably finish the whole Maelstrom. I don't get the point. Although I think you just shouldn't do it with this build because like you're not really playing to kill people at level 6 when you have Whirlwind. So like you don't need the javelin to focus fire someone down. Like you're just gonna like hit creeps with your yeah.
Are you a Treads or a Arcanes?
I was a Treads purchaser, and then I looked at Dota 2 Pro Tracker, and it was so overwhelmingly the other one. And I think it kind of makes sense because like you do farm with your skills a lot early on Win.
Yeah.
Power shot is like a lot of your damage until you have Maelstrom, and then even then you're starting to like ult like stacks off cooldown or double camps off cooldown with this new build. So like for now I'm a mana boots enjoyer now for now. Yeah.
It's interesting. I do like Treads, but
Well, speaking of Tread's Windrunner, it's time for Hobbs to die, or perhaps not. Probably still, though.
like power shot.
Should be an update for
I
Power
wonder
Shot, and there it is.
I wonder if Fatal knows that you can cast Power Shot while you're in Focus Fire and it won't cast Focus Fire. Because it's really unintuitive. Yeah.
Spell is weird as hell. I'm not gonna lie. Like
I
you
think
get
they should- I think
farmed
they
and
should
it
remove
doesn't
that.
work, but then it's like
I don't know why you can channel Power Shot and your Focus Fire is still going off. That to me is just like, why? Why is like, I don't know if that would make the...
But you don't attack when you're stunned, but if you're channeling something, you still attack. But I don't
Yeah, it's very strange. Yeah, it's very strange.
Well, Patience tried to get involved once again at the Radiant Tri-Camp. Once again, he will die at the Radiant Tri-Camp. Ned wants vengeance, roll, misses, but they'll focus Fatal instead. Fatal is backed up by his brother. Shackle hits on both. Ned has the ult to go on Darth Pikachu. Darth Pikachu should die on a T1 tower top lane. Meanwhile, Kug is still by DKMP. It's dive versus dive. Both 4 supports die. Snowball comes in from Yami, looking for Fatal. Once again, Wind runs away, and the shards miss. With 11 launch charges, Fatal should survive. DKMP will attempt to finish the kill. He's got the slide chains. Both will miss, though. So Fatal's certainly alive, and now Fatal looks to turn. Hobbs is low. Power Shot is available. Does it hit? Whirlwind has been used. Hobbs goes down. Yami is in a lot of danger. He's got Snowball. But doesn't even bother to use it, knowing he's dead. That's a win there for Team Pooz. A 3-for-1, I believe.
I like how aggressive Fatal is. Like, this whole play started off like that long chase kill. Yeah. I don't know if he
This
should have
is like-
lived, but I like that he's fighting a lot.
This Wind having a good game is like really bad for Radiant, I think. I don't know.
I think it's okay because of how hard they're getting trounced in the other lanes, but I would agree that like if the other lanes were better, like doing better, yeah, I would totally agree. I think that they're kind of getting bailed out by the fact that they're owning mid so hard.
It's the
Or they
network.
will. There's also kind of there's this like thing where when you're winning lane really hard at support, you get a really high level, and then like Patience is like really high level because they're crushing the lane, right? But he's kind of dying a lot too, so he's actually giving a lot of XP to Radiant. So like he's kind of suffering from his success. Yeah.
Press the W on some
You can't chain feed as hard when you're crushing, when you're like really crushing. I feel like because yeah, he's really high level. He gets a lot of XP when he dies.
They're killing a couple Filthy's familiars bottom lane.
Yeah, they got one of them.
I
Force
think
them
they should stick
resummon.
with their idea of leaving Mattior alone, by the way, and of ganking this win. I think like even though they lost that fight top, like that was the right idea. It's really hard for Mattior to get ganked. He wants to just clear the wave and go to the jungle. He doesn't want to like try to kill him. Like, it's a waste of his time. He already farms really fast. Also, Mattior, if you're listening, I really hope you are. You need to put your Clone Blade in your inventory at this point in the game. You can put any you're farming so much faster if you have the Clone Blade instead of the Healing Lotus. Yeah.
I'm also an ult off cooldown enjoyer.
Yeah, I don't really play Dragonite, so I won't speak to Dragonite
We
mechanics.
slotted
But,
a stick as well. Oh no!
no, this Clone Blade is literally like.
Why does he have a
like,
Lotus? I don't even think
He
this
could
stick
put. I
blocks that.
I
know
don't
why.
care what he does in the future. You just, if you're gonna buy a Clone Blade, you have to keep it in your inventory. It's the whole point of it is that makes you farm for faster until you have it, until you literally get rid of it. Like it's really good. Keep it. Or just don't buy it. Just buy if you're not gonna keep it in your inventory, just buy double bracers or something, or like a circlet. You know, you'll get more value.
Okay, Claw goes for a solo kill on Hobbs. It does not work. Instead, it's now Ned who's tanking the damage. Shackle is now available. Still not used quite yet. DKP goes down the loop to Darth Pikachu. Darth Pikachu get rolled on by Ned. Darth Pikachu is... Dude, Khan just died to only Quills.
Yeah, he did. I also don't know
No.
why he didn't like when he hit him with Vendetta, he could just press Carapace at the same time and did like 1 billion damage to him. But he just didn't press my Carapace at all and died 100 to 0 Quills.
I looked at the decimator just to confirm. Literally 950 quill damage. Nothing else.
Look,
I feel kind of cringe, but I really want to bring up that if you're playing Ember Spirit against like Nyx Assassin or this kind of hero, like you should try to buy like because his inventory was like Bladestone, like Bear Stick, like literally 0 stat items, literally 0. Like and he had no range ups either. Like it's really
from first too.
it's really easy to like beat.
Filsky?
Oh my god, is this
Okay.
dude
Is
died
he-
to the cam?
There's no way, right? There's no way, right?
Dude,
Oh
he
my
would've died
God.
with
Wait, was he just trapped there?
How did he even get there? What the fuck?
So I wasn't watching at the initial part. How did that happen? Was he just like stuck between the creeps somehow?
I don't understand what happened.
He was
there.
definitely
I-
dead without cow, by the way, 1000%.
That was based.
I was looking to me. I was like, "There's no way he's dying. There's no heroes near him. How is he gonna die?" And you guys are like, "Actually, he's gonna die." He actually was dying to creeps.
It's the best of us.
I hope
Wait. I have an idea. So, when you use Grave Shield, do you get phase movement or no?
No.
Then
I
how
think
did he
so.
get there? Maybe.
I
Well, he
really
might have been
don't.
stacking it, and then he walked into the camp, and then the camps like formed like a kind of conclave. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, but oh well.
That was pretty funny though. I would have been DMing this guy after if he died to creeps there.
I wonder if Fatal's been using his ult to farm like 2 camps on cooldown. Oh no.
Is this guy dying? I
Well,
don't think
Hobbs
he
and
is.
Fatal both are in a lot of danger
Believe,
right now. Shackle hits
Fatal
Fatal
is-
as low. Hobbs.
Okay, Hobbs is
survives.
okay.
Okay, I don't think Fatal knows that you can W during your ult, or else he would have like W during his like Q stun. I think. I'm pretty confident Fatal does not know that interaction.
What can you do?
I feel like it's
No,
cringe
it's-
to try to kill that guy anyways.
No, I think it was cringe, but he could have at least traded had he known how his like the interaction worked.
Yeah.
But it's like when you have this build, when you get your Maelstrom, you don't fight with your Maelstrom, you farm with your Maelstrom. Use your ults to farm double camps. Like you farm like can I draw? Draw. If you farm this 2 camps or these 2 camps with your Maelstrom, or like these 2 camps with your ulti,
Just walk to
Um,
Ancients.
or go here, yeah. Like you want to not get tricked into team fighting when you do this kind of build, and if you do, like, your power shot is more damage than your ultimate probably, or similar, you know. Maybe not at this point in the game, but like it's kind of close.
It's a lot of damage.
I feel like I have not felt this Earth Spirit's impact this game.
I mean, that rotation where they smoked into the enemy triangle was pretty good, but that was like a couple minutes ago.
But
This one?
honestly, I don't think it's. I think his like the early game, he was kind of he would be useless no matter what. I feel like now he's actually kind of powerful. Low-key.
No, he definitely
cool.
came back a lot into the game. Like he's not that far behind a net worth, and you can be like when it's a good spirit whistle game. I feel like he's fine if you're behind a net worth because your vessel's gonna do like way more than its net worth. You know. Yeah.
Hobbs is also pretty. I feel like for Bristleback, you're kind of broke right now, but his lane was also really bad, or their lane.
Yeah.
sorry.
I don't know, but I feel like maybe he should be the one farming the triangle instead of Mattior. I don't know. Not sure. I feel like it's kind of awkward to play Bristleback when you don't get access to the Ancients.
Have you seen Mattier press his ult once this game, by the way?
I haven't been watching Mattior. I don't really like watching Dragon Knight, to be honest. It's kind of boring.
Every time I clicked on him, he's not ulted. So
I think you're right. I don't think he has ulti.
it's like a Terrorblade thing, though. I feel like you just press that shit off cooldown in the early
I feel like
game.
maybe they should try to take a tower with Mattior, like mid or top, because he's kind of going. He's not going on like a Mantis lane. He's going like kind of a fighting build, like still on Joshua, which is
I feel like
fine.
you should just be hitting
he's-
this tower right now.
He's really strong right now, like because I don't know. He's just strong.
It's like invincible, basically.
Yeah.
So
Max
they do have a
Fire is
Dragon
also
Knights.
cringe as hell, I feel like.
They do have a vessel and stuff, but like. Yeah.
Max
Fatal's having
Stun
a
is like way better, I think.
Dire's top tower.
Fatal's having a good time. I think I like Fatal's items. He's just getting BKB next. It's like pretty good against first three heroes: Dark Willow, Ember, Dragon Knight.
I mean, you're pretty much
Ned
untouchable,
walks
dude.
in, tanks some spells. In come the teammates. Ned's 3rd HP, but still survives. Impellets on 2 from Ka. Yami is low. Dark Pikachu is low. Power Shot will split the wickets. But it'll matter not. Terrorizes there in time, but Ned's still alive. They just can't kill him. Hobbs and DK both want to kill him. Neither will find him.
Mattior
Mattior
is
takes a
just,
2-man overgrowth. DK
walking
walks
into the
in
middle
late
of-
to the fight. Dies immediately. 3 kills. For the Dire side, roll forward by Ned is short. Hobbs will turn with the Aghanim's Scepter, but it's still not to
Big
kill on
power
Ned.
shot, though?
Instead, it's still alive.
Whoa!
Ned Dessel is
Whoa,
there.
that was a really nice try, Fatal. That was a really nice try. Fatal.
Really, Power Shot almost hit the Ember, but instead it's Bristleback who's tanking the remainder of the aggro. Ned rolls in, nearly dies to do so, but it's still working. Bristle's still dropping. Shackle does not last. The kill has been secured. It's a 4 for 0 for Team Pooz.
I think
Ned cooked that fight really hard.
Fatal almost made it work, but I think honestly he should have just ignored Ember Spirit and like gone to kill the Dragon Knight with his team, you know. But he did
Yeah.
almost make it work, so props to him.
I also think Mattior kind of like botted in there. He
No,
just, like,
I think
walked in.
Mattior should have saw that the fight started like on poor terms and just ditched.
He like walked in on DK form past like 2 heroes into the middle of the entire enemy team.
Yeah.
I was like, alright guys, I'm here.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
You know, they're like kind of getting trounced in like every single team fight, but they're not that far behind the net worth considering they lost like 2 or 3 team fights in a row, and they only just now broke a tier 1.
How do you
They're not,
feel
like
about
that, they're not that far behind the net worth.
How do you feel about this Ember Spirit buying Eagles?
Middle tower is under attack.
I mean,
Oh, I feel
I
about this
don't
one.
think this Ember Spirit's net worth is that useful. Is the sad part. Like, like look, all Dire's these really tanky heroes, and like he's just not gonna do that much damage.
He wants to like dispel Treant? Oh,
Yeah,
I
and like
guess.
Vessel, I guess, and stuff.
If you react fast enough, you can get out of stuff like Impale and Shackle Shot as well, so...
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, yeah, but you could also do that with your spells as well.
I feel like disjointing Shackle can backfire sometimes, though, with the other spells.
I think he should just
If you
buy
just
a
joined
BKB.
If you just join Shackle and somebody was behind you, will it still get stunned or no? I feel like they will. I don't know why.
No.
No, I'm coping.
Go open.
All right.
BKB should definitely be the purchase here. I don't know what.
Radiant's bottom
Matier's net worth isn't like super low, but he's really low XP. He's like
Yeah.
3 level. He's like about to be
Cuz
3 levels.
nah,
in these
because
right
not having fun with Bristleback Hero right now.
Why is he trying to chain gank Bristleback? That's what I'm confused about. He also
When's
has,
the last time Cal played Nyx Assassin? Was it when Vendetta did break or no?
now. Did they know they knew patience was here? Oh my god.
R.I.P. I've been there.
this guy's done.
Badger's definitely been there.
Holy shit, though. Look at his build, bro.
You know what I
He's
call a
fucking-
Badger move? When you use a sentry instead of dust, which I think Yami just did.
Radiant's bottom tower.
This guy's a fucking living armor denier. What the hell is this shit?
Wait, what?
No,
What?
this is pretty normal. I think it's not. I think it's better in like really high MR games. So it's a lot, like it's really every team fight matters a lot. But like, because when the games aren't slow, living armor is pretty shit. If the game is slow, shit, living armor is a lot of value.
It's a lot
Like
of armor.
living
It's a
armor on
lot of
Visage
armor. Like
No,
10
like,
armor, bro.
I stress,
Living armor
check,
on Visage
Go
is
check
absolutely
Go to
broken
Pro
too.
Tracker. You're gonna see most people are doing this exact build.
That
I
means the
swear to
pros are
God.
wrong then. I don't
No,
care.
no, because living armor is a really like kind of bad spell on its like first like couple ranks.
You have to
And your
max.
other spells are really good. Your other spells are actually really good.
I think it's like either 224 or this build.
No,
I think living armor has value this game.
no, I think it does because the game's kind of slow. Like they still had all their tier ones at like 15 minutes. I think it would have been fine this game.
Against Bristleback.
But when
too.
the games aren't slow, like it's really, or when the games are really fast, it's not. It's pretty bad.
There's a lot of physical damage on Radiant.
There is no. It's especially good game for it. I'll give them that.
That's an every game spell. You got your talent over this? Come on. There's no way.
No, okay, that's.
I do agree with Andy. I don't think it's an every game spell, but I think it's really good this game.
I think it was good this game because their towers were like, if you just like realized, oh, all our towers are still up at like 12, 14 minutes. Like, what if I just start skilling my E instead? You know.
Wind's going mad.
I kind of like that they're going for this. I don't know if they should be allowed to take this Roshan, but they're like, you know, they were all already at the tower, like, and they do Rosh pretty fast, so like, it's a good use of their time. Like, maybe Dire should know it's coming, but it's a good play by Radiant. I don't know if it's gonna pan out
I
though.
think this is good.
I mean, they
not
know
gonna
to an
get
extent, but they're just not there in time.
Yeah, I do think like it's not like it's an amazing play because I think Radiant should be like, oh, they literally went 5 at our tower, maybe we should be afraid they're gonna do Rosh. But vice versa, like if like they do have a fast Rosh and they're all already there, so like fuck it, you know, it's really efficient.
I like that Wind's going Manta instead of BKB actually.
Yeah. I haven't played some Wind. Let me think about what I would build.
I think that the only way they realistically kill him is if he gets like PK stunned or if he gets rooted.
Yeah.
And I think if you play the fights right, I don't think you should be.
I think if he's gonna get this Mantower though, he should also get a maybe a Hurricane Pike. It's really pretty good against Dragonite, Tusk, even kind of Willow. Because like even though you do get rooted, you still can like make it out of the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good against Tusk too.
Yeah.
It's like one way he dies.
Like
maybe.
I hope he doesn't finish BKB Manta, but it won't be that bad. Like or it like I wouldn't like it, but like it's totally fine.
I think if
BKB
you're
is, like,
going
never
Manta,
bad.
you should not buy BKB.
Yeah, or at least at this point in the game.
Ooh, good
Like,
shackle
to
from Fatal, hits Bristleback and Ember Spirit. Both might die immediately. Hobbs already down. DKMP might lose 1 life here. Tusk falls him further forward. Now Remnant back in once again. It's 1 life lost. Yami's dead as well. The Tusk's already 2.5 dead for the Radiant team. Ka impales perfectly against the Ember Spear into the Patience for into the check. A bit of a stun stack there, but it does not matter. Alfie is committed. That's 3 kills for Team Pooz. 4 kills. Afilski solo killing Darth Pikachu. That was not a solo kill, but still, it's a 4 for 0. Another massive win for Team Pooz.
I didn't realize they gave Ember Spirit Aegis. I think they should not. I think if they want to hit towers, they need to give the Aegis to Madior, and then they push with Madior. Like, right? We can all.
Yeah.
I think we'd all agree with that.
What can you do?
They also
Instead
were
of
just,
Maddie
like,
having 2
standing-
lives, he gets 2 tips.
They're also just standing under a ward top, trying to push this
Yeah.
tower.
Dire has these like really kind of like obvious cliff wards on both sides of the map, you know, and neither one got dewarded. That's not a great sign.
Well, Hobbs being gone on. Hobbs has Bristles on the back. The only problem is at this point, it's going to be a dead Bristle anyways. Bristles
Yeah.
or not, that's 6 feet under for the Bristleback.
This Bristleback is sad as shit.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Is there anyone on the Radiant that is not sad as shit right now?
DK, but I feel like if you look at Wind and Wind's out farming you, you're probably pretty sad. It's DK.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of sad. Darkwillow had a really good ult. Like it didn't even amount to anything, you know, on the teamfight top or the second, like teamfight performance.
I feel like Madior's kind of farmed his way out of his strong point of the game. He like died top, and he's like, "All right, guys, I can't fight ever again." And then he's just being AFK. So
I just want to
Yeah.
point out how sad Ka is right now.
His build is not very like farming oriented. You know, it doesn't have like a manta or something for
yeah,
fighting.
he went.
And he hasn't been ulting, as you're pointing out, he wasn't ulting to like farm off cooldown. You know,
I don't
Which
think
if
he's
you-
ult the farm once this game.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really play DK, but that just sounds good. It just sounds like it'd be like, oh, if I'm not gonna show up, might as well ult. It's like Terrorblade where like you don't
It's like
use your metas only to hit towers.
60% uptime too.
Yeah, it's like a way lower cooldown meta, and people use meta to farm all the time.
Yeah.
Well, they used to, still do.
Yeah, that hero doesn't.
Oh my
exist.
god, they caught Patience.
They
Unless
haven't.
don't
They don't know he's there. They don't know he's
Wow.
there.
It really looks like you would see Patience from the right side, right? It looks like his like body sticking out on the
I
right.
mean, it's the right angle, but not the angle that currently has.
Dude, if Patience gets like some crazy ult from here, that would be absurd.
Ember's going BKB now.
Will Yami notice? No. Dude, I don't know what to say.
Speaking of Kahoot, just tipped the patience. So the Dire have taken 2 Tormentors. One shard went to the Earth Spirit. The other one went to Visage. He could really use that shard right now to break the DK or the Bristleback.
Legendary Earth Spirit shard.
He could really use that shard. Instead, it's an overgrowth onto into a roll from Ned. Tusk will be the primary target. Tusk is already very low, but not dead quite yet. It's only Ka who dies first, perhaps. So Pikachu is dead. Ka's still alive. Hobbs half HP. Running around the team fight right here, right now. Brute comes in, hitting the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit has Manta. Correction, Yule's ready to go. Roll in by Ned once again to the Impale. Ember remains alive. Yami is dead. DKP Hobbs both down. Trade patience, but will not matter. It's a full 5 once against a 5-for-1 in favor of Team Pooz.
Yeah,
Pikachu's had really good ults. They're kind of really far behind, and usually, honestly, they're in kind of bad spots. So they haven't been able to convert, but on the upside, Pikachu's had some banger ults.
Ember's net worth is like so useless.
No, it is like he's going. I hate to or like, yeah. I think if you're gonna, I don't know. I don't even know what Ember players buy nowadays. I feel like it's probably not Yules into BKB right afterwards because your items are both doing the exact same thing.
Yep.
And like their heroes are so tanky, like.
I actually saw this shit coming. I'm like, he's gonna buy this Yules and then he's gonna realize he needs BKB anyways, and then
Yeah.
he's gonna just have a Yules in his inventory.
I really, honestly, I thought Radiant might GG out. They have a way stronger mental fortitude. I'll be honest, if that was my team, we might have GG'd out right there.
Click on DK and look at his inventory. This is a sign. This is tough.
Oh man.
Yeah.
The 3 dust of appearances is crazy.
I like that he has this. I mean, it's good when these cores have it, but yeah,
3 is nuts.
When you have 3,
nuts.
you might be a little spaghetti. Maybe.
Roll
3 is
misses.
great.
Vessel hits Hobbs. DKMP has the counter initiation with the
good.
chains on Earth Spirit. Ned's half HP, trying to roll away, but it's blocked by Hobbs. That'll be 1 dead, but
Really
in comes
good.
back up. Wait, they keep the Earth Spirit alive.
Wait,
They haven't killed
not
Ned quite yet. Oh no, they finally do, but it's going to be absolute carnage. It's already 3 down. Hobbs buys back, but again, it's a 4-for-1. Another disastrous
TP.
fight. Whose gem is that? It's Dire's now.
I think it was Dire. When I checked, Spirit didn't have a gem on him. I think Dire just lost the gem.
Oh no, it was Radiant who lost it. It was
Or yeah,
Tusk.
Radiant lost. Yeah.
This game is crazy good.
I mean, that was like a okay team fight, but they're just really far behind. Yeah. It was a good team by Mattier though. I think the game would have ended if Mattier didn't BKB or TV during his BKB. It was a really good TP.
Oh my god, bro. If I clicked on my Bristleback and I saw this or in their inventory at this point in the game, I would just like, I don't know. I'd be so checked out. This is so sad.
Yeah, it's really sad. They're also the supports are really poor, so they can't buy Lotus Orbs and like dispels for him. Like, yeah. When you're
You say,
this
you
poor,
know, where are your items? Why do you not have items, sort of thing? Like, where are items?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I do want to point out, Earth Spirit honestly has like a really like they're kind of tanky, but they're kind of fake tanky because they don't have any dispels. There's like a lot of stuns on them.
I mean, you saw it there though. He
Yeah.
tanked literally every spell. Barely died.
No, that's true. That's true. But also like, they kind of like they're just really far ahead. Like they don't do damage without Mattior, and Mattior like can't be at the start of every single fight. You know, like yeah.
And we mentioned armor. This dude, Fatal BKB for nothing, by the way. But look at the big armor on Ned. He's literally got 34 armor, and it's all physical damage.
yeah.
That's without trained.
That's without tree armor. I think he had tree armor in that fight too. So
Actually,
again,
that's probably why
it's
Ned's
to a
been staying on
yeah.
power on agility this whole time. Props on Ned.
For
That's got
plus
a
1
bigger-
armor.
Probably. Ned's got a bit bigger brain than me.
Agile.
I mean, they're pretty much against like full physical damage. Yeah.
Actually, plus 1.42 armor, I believe.
You know, they have okay heroes to rat. It's a pretty like Well, I was gonna say it's a good game to rat, but there's actually a really fed Nyx assassin and a train protector who can scout with Invis.
And her
Maybe it's-
spirits.
Yeah, I think Ember still needs to try
Uh,
to cut waves and stuff. I just think it'll be way harder than I at first realized. But I think this Ember needs to keep running down the side lanes and pushing them out. They do not want to take a fair fight and let the enemy reach their base.
My only concern, I think any combination of two heroes have a chance of dealing with this Ember hero. If not,
No, they do.
a lot of those combos are kill combos, and any combo that's not a kill combo is still like you have to leave this lane.
They can crowd control until the other team comes.
I feel like if I was Ember this game, I'd be going like some Psycho Deso line build or something.
I'm trying to think of what could like really save the game. I think Tusk is 3,000 gold away from it, but I think Tusk Axe could save the game. They're like that far behind where they need to like take like 5v1 so they can kick someone to the base. You know, like yeah. I think they're down that bad. I don't think we're gonna see it, but
The MKB is really big.
yeah, the MKB is really
He's gonna
big.
get
It just kind of
attacked.
matters like their whole team, and he's like probably weaker than anyone on Dire scores. It is like a huge purchase, but won't be enough.
It is not because Wind Ranger has an axe, so
Oh, no.
he ain't even gonna take damage.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually a really good Wind Ranger Ag games. I don't love Fatal's build because it has like 3 kind of defensive items in it with BKB, Minta, and Ags. But I think it's a really good Ags game. There's so much physical damage, and that team is really poor, so they can't afford to buy Nullifier.
Long range roll finds Bristle back. Patience is the follow up right now. Bristle turns with the axe. The net is way too tanky. Yami will attempt to save with the ranking bodies, but it matters not. 2-man ulti from Patience and some right clicks. Tusk gets silenced by Filski's Bloodthorn, and it'll be a double kill for the Air Spirits. This game's kind of over, to be honest. It really is.
Boys, back it up.
They don't have good tools of like winning a fight in their base. Maybe like a 5-man Dark Willow ult or something. Like they don't have
Well,
great team
Glypier is there against Madior. They're going to attempt to dive him all the way to the fountain. The roll is there from Ned. Shackle as well. In comes the Whirlwind. Snowball saves for now, but eventually Madior will attempt to die. And he's dead in the fountain. Fatal says Glypier proc. Double kill for Fatal. That's a dieback on Tusk. Fatal is going to dive the fountain. He's in the fountain. Oh,
I think
no.
Madior was like, there's no way we can win a team fight if I don't have BKB. So
Power shots!
He didn't want a BKB, but he doesn't have buyback, so we can't like buyback with his full BKB cooldown now.
He was like 10% HP. He's like, I don't want to press BKB at this point.
Just a little bit greedy. Oh, Botrax. I don't even know when Botrax died. Botrax died. And the GG is called. Unlike Game 1, Game 2 certainly was not the competitive affair, but the result is the same. It's a 2-0 win for Team Pooz.
Yeah, I mean, well played to Dire, but I feel like Radiant kind of cooked themselves this game.
I don't know. I thought Brightside and Call were on the same team. I don't know why.
They are. It's a stand-in.
Oh my god.
Did you just notice Brightside's not here?
No, I noticed Brightside wasn't here a long time ago, but I just thought I was crazy and that like Brightside was on a different stack.
Yeah,
didn't bring it up,
Brightside's not here tonight. Patience plays with a different stack.
I see. Okay, this makes so much more sense. I was really thinking like, I guess I'm crazy. I mean, game 1 was really banger. I think this game, this game was kind of a stomp by the end, but like they definitely had a lot of like strong points they could have played off kind of early mid to mid game. I think they didn't really there's a lot of problems. Yeah, I think one of the big problems is they really didn't take any towers, even though Madior was pretty strong and DKMP was definitely like really had a lot of was really strong early. It's really hard to farm because they have 2.5 farming cores, right? Like Bristleback needs to be able to farm, and so does Madior. DKMP less so, but they had like two kind of, and it's really hard to find like space enough to farm when you've broken 0 towers. Yeah.
Like you said, I mean, this Ember, like, I think he did the best that he could. I think his item build may have been a bit cooked, but he played really well in the lanes and like post.
I feel like DKMP even played the team fights well. I just think that his item build was pretty not great. Like I think he team fought pretty well. It's just I don't think his items were great.
I also think the hero was just not.
No, I don't think it was a good game for it. They picked it after they saw that somebody like tank like strength / universal heroes. Like these heroes get tanky and they're not gonna like be food for you. Yeah.
All right. Well, unfortunately, that game was a bit more cooked than
Yeah.
the last one.
Royal start fighting. They
Thanks for.
they shouldn't. I hope they don't feel too down. Game 1 was like anyone's game for sure, at different points. And this game, like they did really well in like some of the lanes and team fights. They were just down a lot. I want to leave with the words of Badger Pablo, Free Xiao Peng.
All right, I guess I'll go into my actual outro though. Thanks for coming on tonight, Andy Man. Do you have any final words, call it, shout out, say to the people? Probably free shopping. All
Free
right.
Xiao Peng.
Thanks for coming on, Dark. You have any final words, call it, shout out, say to the people, Dark?
Wu Dang did nothing wrong.
He's up on the memes, but we are going to, of course, thank the viewers for tuning on in tonight for the victory. Team Pooz 2-0 over Royal Star. Congratulations to Team Pooz. Commiserations to Royal Star. Got a little bit ass blasted in game 2. My name is Badger. I'm a caster games, cast your tournaments. Contact me over on Discord, Badger Pablo on Discord, over on twitter.com/Badger Dota 2. Speaking of things, keep your eyes open. There's some possible announcements from yours truly in a different esports title soon, but for now, we'll have to wait on that one. As always, thank you for watching, and have a great night.